This is Arin Marcus, Director of Safer Oregon PAC. I'm here at Willamette Falls Media Center editing the video of Ron Wyden. Now, throughout the course of this, I've been on the phone with a guy named Ree, who is one of the staffers at Ron Wyden's Portland office, and he's one of the people that I'm speaking to in this video. After this video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the conversation that we had, and I want to apologize right now that some of the footage is a little bit heartbreaking, and I've had to edit a little bit of it out that I probably would have found inappropriate to relay. I wasn't able to produce the video as well as I wanted to, and there were some audio problems with the wireless microphone making some hissing noises from time to time and a few pops, but I think you'll get the gist of the idea, just how big of a problem that we have.
Had this opportunity to represent Oregon in the United States Senate. It is just an extraordinary honor. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming out with all these thoughtful ideas and suggestions. And as long as I have the honor to represent you in the United States Senate, this is the way we'll be doing it. Thanks for having me.
Mr. Wyden. I have this for Mr. Wyden. Mr. Wyden, do you have 2 minutes? I hitchhiked 5 hours to get here this morning.
We gotta get him out of here on the flight.
This is urgent.
This
is the lives of 3.5 talking about.
I'm a staff and I work on the issue.
Okay. Well, I came to speak with Mr. Wyden because we have a ballot issue going on that's related to his child welfare policy that's changing, and it's not
for us.
Yes, it is. That was actually printed up for Obama, but he didn't get it. The last person I handed it to was Vice President Joe Biden, and I kind of want to hand it up personally to Mr. Wyden because we have some problems within Oregon with the Department of Human Services. Sure. We have kids that were ordered to be returned 12 years ago by the Oregon Supreme Court, and they're not being returned. Okay. And I really came here. I hitchhiked 5 hours today to get here from Oregon City.
I know you want to talk to him. I'm a staff. I'm in his Portland office. We have casework. John, who he mentioned a few times today.
Okay.
But if you stay and chat with me, I'll make sure we get back to you.
It's not good.
What would you like us to do?
Nothing.
Right. Review the materials so we can get back to you.
Parents need due process and they need juries. Okay. Kids are dying.
Okay. And so let me tell me more. You have a ballot measure you're working on?
Yes. Owen's Law for Safer Oregon. Owen's my son. It basically wipes McKeever versus Pennsylvania off of the child welfare books because it relates to juvenile criminal law, not adult civil law. Oregon, and we're trying to get it nationwide, Safer Ohio PAC. I've been trying to meet with Mr. Wyden for 3 years now, and I've called everybody in his office. I'm pretty sure I've called you, but
well, I'm relatively new to his staff.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, anyhow,
your contact information's on here?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. I just got to pack up my camera. That's it. Yeah.
And you can let us keep this?
Yes.
Okay.
So I hitchhiked 5 hours to get here. I don't even get 2 minutes with Mr. Wyden to talk about parents and due process. I'm sorry, Carly Sacco. I don't know how your 4 kids are going to get returned to you. I'm sorry, Crystal Sugars. I went hell or high water to get here to try to make sure that your kids are returned to you after 12 years, that they should have been returned when the Oregon Supreme Court ordered them. I'm sorry, Jessica Schaff, that you had to send your 4-year-old daughter back to a foster home where she's being abused. I am sorry, Matt Angel, that I couldn't get your story to Mr. Wyden. We don't have a transparent administration. We have Democrats that are killing us and our children. It's child abuse, plain and simple. We have to stop Oregon DHS, and if our elected officials won't help us, then I guess we're going to have to do it ourselves. Get your pitchforks, get your torches. Yeah, so I didn't get a chance to talk with Ron Wyden. It's really sad. I was basically cut off, interjected by his staff. I tried to help everybody where I could, but I guess all of our kids in Oregon are going to keep dying until our Democrats get off their ass and do something about it. Our kids are being killed in foster care. Our kids are being raped in foster care. We're not getting any due process. They're stealing our kids. And Mr. Wyden happens to know who's behind it. He's good friends with all of them. U.S. Attorney General Amanda Marshall that was fired, she was the former head of the Child Advocacy Office for the Oregon Attorney General's office that handled all these cases. He's good friends with her. They're good friends with, Ellen Rosenblum, who runs the Oregon Attorney General's department. And a lot of people don't even know what I know about where their money comes from. But it's going to get exposed. Mr. Wyden, I guess you need to get a hold of me so we can fix this, because I got a lot more information to let the public know about your policies. We're glad that you're going to help try to get funding to keep more kids in their homes, but honestly, that's not good enough, because the same amount of kids are still going to get taken, and more kids are going to get taken each year. I came here to hopefully get the questions that all the people have for you, but there is no answers, is there? There is no hope, is there? Thank you. Thank you for meeting with us today and talking about lumber, trees, parks, military. All that stuff's important, but we got a nation of kids dying. We need to fix that first. My name is Arin Marcus, Safer Oregon PAC, Safer Ohio PAC. I love you, America.
And I'm afraid I have some worse news. I spoke with Ree at Senator Wyden's office while I was producing this video, and he said that there is no ideas floating around of ending the Adoption and Safe Families Act or the adoption incentive programs. We discussed Wyden's support of the anti-trafficking bill that increased the adoption incentives, and he said that the intentions behind it were purely humanitarian. I spoke with him about child trafficking, the court fraud, the lack of due process, and the fact that these kids are only being moved around and taken to keep caseworkers paid. He said it was pure conjecture. I asked him if he thought I was a liar. And he's like, no, I'm not saying that. And I said, well, are you saying that the other 4 million parents that I go out to each week that are following this, are you saying that they're lying too? Are you saying that the Casey Institute is lying when they say foster care is an 80% failure? He was very abrupt. He's going to send me a nice letter saying thank you for your concern, but he didn't have any answers to any questions that I had for him whatsoever. So there's no end in sight. Wyden is not going to stop the Adoption and Safe Families Act's reign of terror on all of our lives. He's not going to stop the trafficking of children. He's not going to move more funding out of the Adoption and Safe Families Act and into families. The Adoption and Safe Families Act is going to continue to adopt more and more kids out. He says the only purpose of it is to make sure that kids do get adopted when DHS takes the kids for whatever reasons DHS does. The truth is, DHS is only taking the children to lead to adoption to get to this money. And he thinks it's not true. It's all conjecture. None of this is really happening to us, according to Wyden's office and his staffers. I'm sorry to break everybody's hope, but I knew I was right. His plan will only move more caseworkers into more people's homes to monitor kids closely. We're looking at a Gestapo measure with Ron Wyden. Not only that, but they have refused to get me any type of meeting with Ron Wyden and said that he can do nothing for individual cases because those are being handled at the state level. So he can't make any calls to Governor Kate Brown's office. He can't make any calls to any other governor's office. He said it was illegal. He can't contact our representatives or endorse any ballot measures that would get us due process. He says it's illegal for Ron Wyden to do any of this. So while all of you are calling Ron Wyden's office to tell him your stories, it's all for nothing. He can't do anything. It's illegal for him to stop this. So it's going to be up to us, the parents, to get these ballot measures going so we can stop people like Ron Wyden, who is part of the problem and not part of the solution. Arin Marcus, Safer Oregon PAC. I love you, Oregon. I love you, Ohio. And I love you, America. God bless.